A bicycle is an extension of Stephen Brown's body. The North Bay athlete will be riding a minimum of 1,000 kilometers this August to fight kids' cancer.
A huge killer, and it's something we need to try and get better at fighting. And so for that whole month, there's riders all over the country that are dedicating their time and their legs to cycle as many kilometers as they can, and during that month just raise as much money as they can for kids.
What are your benchmarks? What do you want to hit for dollars raised as well as kilometers ridden?
Last year I kind of ended up upping my goals just because I had such a huge public response to it. So this year I'm trying to ride 1,000 kilometers during the month of August and raise $2,500 during that time as well.
Have you had a start already? We're on August 3rd.
No, I was busy. They had the provincial cycling championships and I volunteered to be a caravan driver. So I was watching other people ride while I rode in a car. So I've got to get moving because it's way easier to front load it than it is to chase it at the end of the month. But my goal is to have a nice steady pace and hopefully even beat that 1,000 kilometers by the time the month comes to an end.
What's your average pace per kilometer when you're out on your road bike, when you're all kitted up with all your gear?
Usually if I'm by myself, we're in the range of 28 to 30 kilometers an hour. If you have another willing participant that can push the envelope, you can sometimes push it up to 33 to 35. And if you get bigger groups and you've got someone willing to change and take the tow, we can sometimes get it up over 35 to 36, 37. So it's tough, but that's the whole point. I see this as an effort that hopefully people reward with their money that we can give to the kids.
Unfortunately, you have a story of someone you know that has been afflicted with cancer, adolescent, Iona from back home. Can you tell us her story?
This was one day several years ago when I got a random message from a friend that I grew up with saying that his daughter had been diagnosed with a brain tumor and that her prognosis at the time wasn't very good and they were preparing for the worst over the next year. Thankfully, this is a good news story. She just had her latest MRI and she's now been clear for a couple of years now. But the way that they dealt with it as a family and she as a kid dealt with news like that and the way she came through it and how every single photo that she's in, even though she's hurting, she's smiling. You can't help but be inspired and want to put your time and effort in to try and help.
How do people help you?
They help me by going to the Great Cycle Challenge Canada website. You can search it through Sick Kids. If you want to donate to me personally, you can just search for Stephen Brown Great Cycle Challenge. The site will come up. Or donate to anyone else you know that's riding, or just donate to Sick Kids on the site. It doesn't matter who the money goes through. I'd love to hit my goal, but at the end of the day, it all goes to the same place. So please help out if you can.
And does a friendly horn honk when people drive by give you an extra boost of energy when they see you with your kit on?
Absolutely it does, and it's funny, once you're out on the bike you can learn very quickly the difference between the people that aren't happy with you and are. It's a very different sound of the horn, but if you see someone out around town with the kit on, we have a really good representation here in North Bay. Honk your horn, show the support because it really does help the legs.